This is Noteworthy, a podcast brought to you by the Westford Academy Ghostwriter. We feature impressive musicians from all different grades, exploring their talents and motivations.
In this episode, I'll be speaking with Westford Academy senior Caroline Lawlor, singer and songwriter, and may be known with the name of Caroline Gray when on stage. She recently released an album and was played on the radio. With Caroline, I first wanted to know when her passion for music and singing and songwriting first began and where the inspiration came from.
I've been on stage since I was 4 years old. That was for dancing, and I danced for 11 years, but I always was singing. And then I broke my foot when I was like 12 or something. And from that point on, it just gave me so many opportunities to start performing, and then I started writing my own songs and just always singing.
So about how old were you when you started writing your own songs?
12, 13.
And then from there on, you found that it was something you loved to do, and
yeah, it was always I was picked on a lot in middle school, and it was a way of music gave me words when my actual one was lets you speak when words fail or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's when I don't know, that has always been my outlet. So it was always I don't know.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. And the lyrics you wrote were they all based on how you were feeling, or?
It's always, I don't know, because I write a lot of singer-songwriter, country, bluesy stuff, so it's always about a story. It depends on whether it's about love or heartbreak or feelings. It's not one specific thing. I could look at a chair and write a song about it.
Yeah, that's cool. What is that when you realized you had a passion for music and songwriting and singing?
Probably. Yeah.
And did you have an inspiration, anyone who inspired you to keep going?
I love Dolly Parton. She's so cool. She's cool.
And then was there anyone that helped you get where you are when you first started singing, and then you realized you wanted to keep going in it?
Yeah. This woman from Nashville, JC Dawn, she was actually from my town, Chelmsford, when I first started, I guess, and she's always been helping me and pushing me and creating new opportunities. And then another guy, Lance Carpenter, he's actually Kelsey Ballerini's songwriter. He's one of my good buddies, and he always encourages me to be a better artist and not shut any doors, and always give your best and just cool ideas, which really helped.
And do you think working with them has opened up new doors and opportunities?
Yeah, so many things I never thought I could do. I can do now because I had people believing in me, and my parents obviously are a big support, but
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the other night when I was listening to the radio, I heard them introduce a song called 17, and the artist's name was Caroline Lawlor. I knew that name, and I sat with her at lunch that afternoon the same day and couldn't help but listen. Me being a student with her was so excited to have someone I knew on the radio. I couldn't help but ask how it felt for her, the one singing on a live radio station, how that is.
That was really cool. It was crazy, and it was just such a surreal opportunity, and it's what you dream of as an artist, and I was just so lucky. And the song is called 17 because I am 17, and also most seniors are until they turn 18, but I just wrote it, and it came to me so fast, and I was I have to record this song. So I recorded it in Nashville, and it ended up being my biggest song on my newly released EP, and I guess the radio got hold of it. And
on top of having a single on the radio, Caroline also has an album on iTunes. And you have an album on iTunes right now?
Yeah, it's self-titled. It's Caroline Gray. Actually, the release date's being pushed to end of April, May-ish. So that'll be out there soon. But I have hard copies, which I'm going through pretty fast.
Caroline is only a senior in high school, and on top of playing and songwriting and traveling around to perform, she also has to be a high school senior and do her homework and have a social life life just like me and you. I was curious to find out how she balances between the two of them.
Almost every other night of the week, I'm always in Boston or Nashville or New Hampshire, like different venues like bars and stages and so it gets pretty tiring because I'm doing 3 or 4 hours by myself. But like every night I go into school the next morning and I'm like, how am I supposed to do math? So like it's so weird. It's like it's so hard to balance. It's really hard to, but you just have to like make time for school and stuff. And like I have people who help me and really good like teachers who are understanding for the most part about like I've just come back from like a bar at 12 a.m. I don't think a lot of like high school students like go to bars on weekday nights, and it's a weird thing. And then like you go into school and you're like, wow, people are so like nice and normal and not rowdy. So it's like a weird balance.
Caroline Lawlor is the name she'll respond to if you see her in the school hallways or in the student parking lot or even in the lunchroom. But if you're talking to her at her concert or even Googling her name on iTunes, you're going to see her with the name of Caroline Gray. I wanted to know how it's like to have two different names and live two different lifestyles.
Too, because I had crazy weird people following me, but then like it's easier so I can be Caroline Lawlor at school and then have Caroline Gray. It's because I can be my goofy and weird self at school and, hang out with friends and play around in practice rooms and do theater. And then I go do my business, and Caroline Gray is a business I run in. It's just the title of my business, like Whole Foods Grocery. I don't know. It's like, so I try to keep it like that, and also so my ego doesn't grow.
Yeah, so you kind of have your normal social life, and then you can go do...
Yeah, and it's like a switch you flip on.
Yeah, that's cool. And for college, what are your plans for the next, after you graduate?
Yeah, so I actually was, struggling back and forth. I was like, should I, go on tour? Should I gig? Because I'm doing what I'd be doing after college right now anyway. But I was like, no, I'm going to go to college. So I'm going to go to Berklee College of Music for the first year and see if I, want to finish out the 4 years. Maybe I'll do something. I don't know. It's so cool. It's wherever the wind takes.
And so when you're in school, do you plan on continuing to keep doing gigs and performing?
Yeah, it's nice because in Boston, it's so close to some of the places I play all the time. So it's like I can just continue doing that. And also a really great thing about Berklee, which is good because I also applied to a few other schools and got in for a music program, but I have to do academic classes. So Berklee is if you're in class and they your class finds out you have a show, they'll cancel class and go watch you perform, and vice versa. And your professor has a show and then you're watching your professor. So it's a really nice community. So it's not like I have to give up one for the other.
Yeah, you can. After I was finished interviewing Caroline and listening to her incredible accomplishments and story, I couldn't leave without hearing a song she has written.
This is my song, My Waist. Only one more year that we will have, and I pray to God you won't make it there for we